Are you considering getting a visa to Portugal to visit, work, or reside? Or do you simply want to know the different types of visas available for digital nomads and freelancers? All this and many more of your questions will be answered in this video. Perhaps you are confused about the type of visa that'll suit your purpose. Without the right information, one can be lost in the different categories of Portugal visas. The country offers various options, from short-term tourist visas to long-term and digital nomad visas. We'll discuss all the different types of Portugal visas in detail to help you know which is the right one for you and the necessary information that can help in your application process. So, stick to the end, as you are about to have first-hand information that will change your approach and perspective about Portugal's bureaucracy and immigration systems. Portugal has 4 main categories of visas: short-stay visas, job-seeker visa, temporary stay visas, and long-stay visas. Each category serves a unique purpose and has different requirements. Let's start with the short-term visas. Short stay, also known as Schengen visas, are designed for temporary visits to Portugal that do not exceed 90 days. EU and EFTA nationals do not need this visa to travel to Portugal for less than 90 days, as well as those from the 61 countries with visa-free travel agreements. This visa is suitable for tourism, visiting family, airport transit, and other temporary travel reasons, and allows visa holders to travel through the Schengen area. There are different types of Portuguese Schengen visas. We have the general short-stay visa, the seasonal work visa, and the airport transit visa. A Schengen visa usually costs about 80 euros, while children between 6 and 12 years old pay half the price. However, children under 6 do not pay a fee. The application process entails submitting your application at your local Portuguese embassy or consulate and providing required documents like a completed application form, a valid passport, and in certain situations, proof of the purpose of your visit. If you're planning to visit or live in Portugal, knowing how to speak Portuguese can be very helpful. That's why we recommend using this app, which allows you to learn Portuguese, as well as other languages by watching Netflix movies, TV shows, and music videos. Enjoy a 7-day trial by clicking on the link in the description. The Job Seeker Visa is a single-entry visa granted for 120 days and can be extended for an additional 60 days. As the name implies, it's designed for foreigners seeking employment opportunities in Portugal. So, how do you apply for a job seeker visa? When applying at the Portuguese embassy in your local country, you will be required to provide the following documents: criminal records certificate, valid travel document, evidence of previous visas, valid travel insurance covering necessary medical expenses, including urgent medical assistance and possible repatriation, copy of return transport ticket, proof of financial resources equivalent to at least the sum of 3 guaranteed monthly minimum salary, and your application form, which you can find online on Portugal's immigration website. Now, please note, once the initial 120-day period for job searching plus the additional 60 days have passed, and if no job has been secured, nor an application for a residence permit has been initiated, the visa holder must leave the country. You can only reapply for a new visa after 365 days. You might be wondering, is the job seeker visa the same as the work visa? No, they are different. The work visa is an official authorization for non-EU and non-EFTA citizens to pursue job opportunities or work legally in Portugal. Typically, it indicates that you have secured a job, backed up by an official document from the employer, such as a work contract or a letter of employment. The duration of the visa depends on the length of the job offer, so it could be a short-term visa or a long-term visa. If you need detailed help, you can schedule a one-on-one call with us so that we can discuss your particular case in more detail. Check the description below for more information. Next is the temporary stay visas. Visas under this category are stays for longer than 90 days but less than a year. Under this category, you have the work visa, study visa, professional training visa, internship visa, and medical treatment visa. Applying for these visas entails submitting the necessary documents at the Portuguese embassy or consulate in your home country, and fees are typically around €75. If you are neither a citizen of the European Union nor from a European Free Trade Association country, and you plan to stay in Portugal for longer than a year, you are required to apply for a long-stay visa, irrespective of any visa-free travel arrangements between Portugal and your home country, which is about €90. There are multiple types of long-stay national visas, including a work visa, study visa, professional training or internship visa, retirement visa, family reunion visa, Portugal Golden Visa, Portugal D7 Visa, and a D2 Entrepreneur Visa. The last four are the most famous. We'll go through them in more detail shortly. You must be a non-EU, EEA, Swiss national to be eligible for any of these. Family reunion holds a significant place in Portugal's immigration policy. However, it's not a visa you'll just wake up someday and decide to apply for. One of the family members must be already residing in Portugal. So if you're a non-EU EFTA resident in Portugal and wish to bring your family along, this specific visa is for you. During the application process, you will need to show proof of your relationship to the family member living in Portugal and submit essential documents, including a passport valid for at least 6 months and a clean criminal records certificate. Next is the Golden Visa. One of the most popular Portuguese visas is the Golden Visa program, designed to attract foreign investors by offering a streamlined visa process to interested non-EU investors. Unlike before, the Golden Visa program now focuses on investing in the country rather than buying a house. This entails investing a minimum of €500,000 in a Portuguese investment fund known as Fundos de Capital de Risco, which aims to support Portuguese businesses. Or a capital transfer, which is the most expensive investment option. To proceed with this option, you must provide evidence of bank transfers totaling at least €1.5 million in capital sent to Portugal from a foreign account. Another investment option is creating at least 10 new full-time jobs in a business you'll own in Portugal. Portugal shocked the world late last year when the government announced an end to the usual Portugal's Golden Visa housing scheme to tackle the housing crisis. Even at that, the Portuguese Golden Visa remains one of the most attractive Golden Visas in the world. It allows non-EU citizens to get long-term residency permit and, eventually, citizenship. And do you know the most amazing part? You do not need to live in Portugal to get these benefits. All you need to do is stay in the country for at least 7 days in the first year and 14 days in the subsequent years. This visa also allows for family reunification, making it a highly attractive option for investors. Applying for a Golden Visa is straightforward, as you can see. You'll find all this information on the Portuguese immigration website. The D7 Visa in Portugal, also referred to as the Retirement or Passive Income Visa, is a suitable option for retirees and anyone earning a living on passive income streams. Established in 2007, this visa does not require any investment. It is for non-EU EEA Swiss individuals seeking to live in Portugal while possessing a sustainable passive income source, such as real estate, retirement pensions, salaries, etc. The minimum passive income required is €8,460 per year for the main applicant. For a spouse, you must add 50% to this, €4,230. For a dependent child, you must add 30%, €2,538. For instance, for a couple with one child, you would need around €15,300 a year to be eligible for the D7 visa. To be eligible for this visa, you must be ready to live in Portugal for at least 16 months within the first 2 years. In addition to presenting a clean criminal record, you must show proof of address in Portugal when submitting your application. This visa enables family reunification, ensuring that your family members receive equivalent residency rights as you. In the D2 visa, though it is not as well known as the D7 visa and Golden Visa, it could be the right path to take if you are an entrepreneur, freelancer, or independent service provider from outside the EU, EEA, Switzerland, looking to reside in Portugal. If you are looking to start a business or a startup in Portugal, transfer your existing business there or invest in a business in Portugal. You may qualify for a D2 visa. This visa is specifically designed for small and medium-sized enterprises to attract foreign investment and contribute to the growth of the Portuguese economy. To apply, you will need to create a solid business plan that will be assessed based on its economic, technological, and cultural significance. And it's flexible. You can create any type of business from restaurants to tech startups. In addition to the previously mentioned visas, Portugal also offers a variety of specialized visas tailored for specific situations. These include the religious visa, for those seeking to pursue religious activities, and the digital Nomad visa, for remote workers and freelancers. While these visas cater to specific circumstances, they all have one thing in common. They are for individuals who want to legally stay and establish themselves in Portugal, be it for religious activities, work remotely, or simply to enjoy the Portuguese lifestyle. They are not going there to look for a job. Let's explore each of them rapidly. The Religious Purposes Visa is tailored for individuals seeking to pursue courses in theology in an accredited institution or start a religious gathering. Lastly, the Digital Nomad Visa. Portugal introduced the Digital Nomad Visa in October 2022 for remote workers and freelancers from non-EU countries. It focuses on the ability to work remotely and has specific financial criteria different from other Portuguese visas. Applicants must show a monthly income of €3,040 and hold a savings account with at least €36,480. Portugal offers a versatile visa system that meets everyone's needs. Whether you're a tourist, a student, a worker, a clergyman, or an investor, there's a visa for you. Although the process can be complex, the reward is indescribable. Living in Portugal allows you to explore its beautiful culture, history, and lifestyle. As you already know, you can always reach out to us directly for assistance, and I highly recommend that you watch the videos on your screen right now, as they contain valuable information about life in Portugal, and I'll see you there. Ciao!